Have you ever felt like life is tugging at you from all directions? Like you're running as fast as you can, but still feel stuck in place? 1,000 responsibilities, distractions, demands. You're trying, you're giving everything, but you just can't seem to find that solid ground beneath your feet. Guess what? You're not alone. Across the globe, billions of us are feeling this pressure. Not because we lack ambitions or dreams, but because the modern world demands so much of us that it drowns our deeper potential in the noise. That constant hustle, the endless to-do lists, the clutter, physical or mental, all of it clouds the clarity we need to thrive. But what if I told you there's a way to cut through that noise? To eliminate the clutter, quiet the chaos, and build a life rooted in clarity, resilience, and purpose? Today, we're doing just that. Together, we'll dive into timeless strategies inspired by Stoicism, a practical philosophy, once followed by great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. These principles have guided leaders through wars, personal struggles, and unsettling uncertainty. And they can guide you today. If this resonates with you, and you're ready to reset, restart, and refocus, buckle up. By the end of this video, you'll come away with practical insights you can apply immediately. Let's begin. Reset, clearing the clutter. Let's talk about resetting, stepping back to ground yourself and start fresh. Sounds simple, right? Wake up, hit reset, and your problems disappear? Not exactly. While it's simple in concept, resetting is much deeper and far more transformative than it seems. Let me offer you a metaphor. When you hear clutter, what's the first image that pops into your head? A messy desk? A closet packed with clothes you haven't touched in years? Maybe a garage full of old boxes labeled someday? Now, take that same image and apply it to your mind. The truth is, we all have an internal attic packed with old memories, worries, fears, regrets, emotional clutter that holds us back. And most of this clutter builds up without us even noticing. Here's a personal story. Not long ago, I was in a place where, on paper, everything was going well. I was meeting deadlines, achieving goals. Life looked fine from the outside. But inside, my mind felt like it was overflowing, overrun with unresolved doubts, insecurities, and noise I couldn't turn off. It hit me one evening when I was alone at my desk. I felt like I'd been carrying 1,000 invisible boxes, each one labeled with an old worry, a grudge, or a fear I'd been avoiding. I wasn't just physically tired. I was mentally suffocated. I needed to reset. And the only way to do that was by clearing the clutter. The Stoic principle of simplicity. The Stoics teach us that simplicity is the cornerstone of clarity. Seneca often said, "Very little is needed to have a happy life." But this doesn't just mean getting rid of things. It's about stripping away the unnecessary emotions, thoughts, and habits cluttering your mind. So how do you start? By asking the hard questions. What am I holding onto that no longer serves me? What fears are really just old habits in disguise? This is where your work begins. Think of it like sorting through your attic. Each thought, each worry is a box. Pick it up, examine it, and ask yourself, do I need this? Can I learn from it? Or is it time to let it go? And when you let go, even if it's just one box, you'll notice an incredible shift. It's like removing a weight you didn't realize you were carrying. Restart, turning failure into growth. Now, let's move to restarting. Reset is about clearing. Restart is about choosing to begin again. Life has a way of knocking us down. You lose a job. A relationship ends. A health crisis derails all your plans. When these moments happen, it's tempting to sit in the rubble, mourning what could have been. I've been there. I remember hitting a major setback in my career years ago. Everything I'd worked so hard for seemed to crumble overnight. It felt like standing in the ruins of a castle I had built brick by brick. And let me tell you, the temptation to give up was overwhelming. But then, I remembered one of Marcus Aurelius' most profound teachings. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle that brought me down would also be the foundation for my comeback. It had to be. Restarting wasn't about pretending nothing went wrong. It was about asking myself, what can I learn from this failure? How can it make me better? Small steps forward. The key to restarting is starting small. Set manageable goals, one step at a time. Don't aim to rebuild everything overnight. Each step, no matter how small, is an act of defiance against failure. And those tiny victories? They add up over time to create momentum. The Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, or preparing for the worst, helped me immensely. By visualizing those worst-case scenarios, I was no longer afraid of them. I was ready to face them and act. Question for you. If you had no fear of failure, what could you accomplish? What opportunities would you dare to pursue? Refocus, aligning with what matters. Finally, let's talk about refocusing. In a world so full of distractions, keeping your eyes on what truly matters is possibly the hardest challenge of all. I'll share an honest confession. There was a point when I had completely lost focus. I was busy, no doubt, but I wasn't productive. My goals were blurry. I wasn't sure if my daily actions aligned with my deeper aspirations. That's when I discovered the Stoic concept of prosoke, which translates to attentive focus. It's the discipline of being present, intentional, and mindful, not just in your daily actions, but in how you spend your time, energy, and attention. Practical steps to refocus your life. Write down your top 3 goals. What truly matters to you? Write it. Keep it visible. Perform a daily alignment check. Is what you're doing today moving you closer to those goals? Yes or no? Eliminate distractions. Be ruthless. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Whether it's cutting back social media, saying no to commitments, or reorganizing your priorities, clearing the noise is essential. Stoics remind us, your time is one of the very few things you truly own in life. Don't waste it on what doesn't matter. The takeaway, a daily journey. Reset, restart, refocus. These aren't one-time events. They're daily habits. Progress begins when you choose to declutter your life, begin again, and align your focus with what truly matters. So, I'll leave you with this. What's one worry you can let go of today? What's one small step forward you can take? And what's one thing you can refocus on starting now? As Marcus Aurelius once said, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. So think like a Stoic. Act with intention. Live with clarity and courage. And remember, the journey isn't about perfection. It's about progress, one deliberate choice at a time. If you found value in this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up to let us know this kind of content resonates with you. And don't forget to subscribe to Daily Stoic Insights. By subscribing, you'll ensure you don't miss any future videos that will help you live a more intentional, inspired, and empowered life. Finally, join the conversation. Leave a comment with your reflections or share your favorite Stoic quote. Let's grow this community of deep thinkers and action takers.